Technical difficulty, who knows what the heck's going on with Zoom. But anyhow, we got it working, and so I'm really happy, and hopefully you guys can hear me okay. But what we have created here, or what Brad and Marcia created here for everyone, is absolutely amazing. So I want to welcome everybody that's on this, either watching it live or going to be watching the recording. But understand what we have here for you, or what this company has for you, is a chance for you to become truly financially free. And what I love about this industry, and what I love about what Brad and Marcia have created for us specifically, is that it doesn't matter your background. You can come from any kind of environment. You can come from a rich family, a poor family. You could be in a bad way right now. You could be in a great way right now. It just doesn't matter, because this business levels the playing field. It doesn't matter your race. Doesn't matter if you're handicapped. Everybody can succeed here. And the number one thing that's going to help a person make money here is the duplication process. First of all, you want to get them started right. And that start begins with how they're very first introduced to, whether it's the product or you eventually move them into the business, right? This is about making money. And so how they're initially introduced to this is really important. So this training is primarily for brand new people. And I understand that we've also got a lot of business owners that have been around here for a while in Sealy by Design. And this is for you too, because you can take some of these tools and some of these ideas and implement them into how you teach your people on and on and on as you get them started. So again, there's lots of different ways to attack this. This is my technique. This is what I teach down to our downline. We of course have the what to do first sheet from Mr. Brad Hager, which I'm going to cover here in a little bit as well. Some dynamite information on that. But to me, it really is about these bullet points that are on this slide. We got to get them, you got to get the communication going. You got to get them into action as quick as possible, right? So that's what we want to do. And this is how we're going to want to help you do that. So I'm going to kill my video because we don't need to see that. If somebody cannot hear me, or my mic goes out again, please somebody just shoot me another text and we'll get that. We'll see if we can fix it. Okay. So moving on, the very first thing that begins this whole process is a why. And the why is what's going to have you come back again and again and again. Understand, nobody should be painting you a cart full of roses here, that you're going to join and boom, you're going to make all kinds of money, right? That's one of those shysters that gets people into network marketing, gives network marketing a bad name. That's not what we're doing here. We want people to understand that this is work. All right, this is a business. And we want people to know up front that this is a business. And if they treat this as a business, then their chances of success are going to go way up. What do I mean by that? Don't treat it like a hobby. Don't treat it as, oh, this is just a side hustle. This is just one little thing I'm doing on the side. I mean, you can get away with that for a while, but chances are you're going to fizzle out and fade away, or your person that comes with that attitude is going to fizzle out and fade away. Now, they may come here with that attitude and they may all of a sudden hit a couple really great people that they bring on, and boom, they take off. So that's wonderful as well. But for the most people that come in here, it's going to be a roller coaster of highs and lows. And the thing that's going to always continuously keep you into this business and bring you back is your why. I cannot emphasize that enough. Why are you doing this business? What are you looking for in life? And only you can answer that for you. I mean, I can throw out a bunch of ideas, but truly, only you can answer that for you. Because at the end of the day, it's you that's going to bed with yourself, and you having those self-talks and trying to decide, what can I do better tomorrow to make my business grow even more? All right. And then why even bother doing it? Well, it's because I want to be able to put my kids through college. I want to be able to take my kids on a first class vacation, or our family on the first class vacation. I want to throw my daughter the most beautiful wedding possible, whatever it is for you. For my wife and I, it was to be able to move up here to Keystone, Colorado. We've been in Phoenix, Arizona for 23 years. And we wanted to get up here to Keystone, Colorado, where we spend our winters when it's beautiful in Arizona, and then we're in Arizona when it's stinking hot, right? So we knew that we were ready for that change. That was our primary why we started building this business. And man, we went at it really hard. And within a year and a half of starting our business, we literally were able to sell off everything in Arizona, and move up here to Keystone, Colorado. I can tell you it is absolutely beautiful. The second why is I loved my job uh, when I was a captain with Southwest Airlines. Oh my God, I didn't even introduce myself. So let me start out with that. But my name is Guy Berlando. I'm a C6 here at Sealy by Design. And we've been here from the very beginning, as you've already surmised. I was in the Air Force. I flew F-16 fighters for during that period of time. And then retired as a lieutenant colonel, went on to be a captain with Southwest Airlines. And I'm also a best-selling author. So that was our first initial why. We wanted to move from Phoenix, Arizona up here to Keystone, Colorado. The second one was, even though I loved my job flying for Southwest Airlines, being up here in Keystone, Colorado meant a long commute back and forth, right? So my days are going to be real long. And now we've got a home here in Colorado, but I'm not there, right? I'm on the road all the time. So the second reason was to be able to bring myself home from work. And Southwest Airlines, again, when opportunity arises, it's too late to prepare. I cannot emphasize that enough. And if I had not gotten started, if Elke and I had not gotten started with this business a year and a half prior, when the opportunity arose that Southwest, because of COVID, was offering some of their senior pilots an early retirement, we would not have been able to take that. That means I would still be doing that long commute. At the time, I was going to have to fly out of Phoenix, Arizona. So I'd be driving all the way down to Denver here. It's an hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on traffic. Then wait in the airport, get on a plane, go to Phoenix, wait around, then start my trip, do my 3 or 4 day trip, come back to Phoenix, probably spend the night there, and then fly back to Denver, then drive all the way back up here. Oh my gosh, can you imagine? Do you see the why? All right. So this is what you have to determine for yourself. And try to figure out for yourself what's going to keep you going in this business. I can tell you in the very beginning, when we got this thing going, I was working 12, 14-hour days at Southwest, and I would still come home and do webinars. I would do three-way calls. Or on the road in the hotel rooms, right? I didn't skip a beat because my why was that strong. How easy would it have been being dog tired at the end of a long day, getting to that hotel room, seeing that bed right there and just wanting to crash, right? If you don't have a strong enough why, guess what you're going to do? You're going to crash. All right. So you're going to hit the bed and say, you know what? I'll take care of this tomorrow. Well, if you're building a business and you want to make big money here, you know, we're talking 10, 20, 30, 40, 50,000 on a monthly basis and more as we grow, then you have to make some sacrifices. And those are the sacrifices I made. And because we had started this business, when that opportunity arose from Southwest, I was able to take it. And now I live the life of my dreams. Right? I mean, this is absolutely amazing what it's done for my wife and I. So anyhow, what is your why? That's where it starts with. So you want to be specific. It's got to have emotion behind it. Hopefully you can hear the emotion in my voice and you understand how strong that why has got to be, and then write it out, right? And keep it simple. Build curiosity. All right. When you're talking to, oh, this is actually switching gears, I believe. Let me just bring all this on. Yeah. This is bring it on. To build this business, keep it simple. All right. You want to create curiosity in the other person. And here's something else. When you're talking with somebody, and this is again for the brand new people, but we have mostly, let me see. Just take a look at who's on here. We have mostly business members already on here. So you want to build curiosity. And even if you're brand new, just starting out here, when you're talking with somebody, you want to build that curiosity in them to want to know more, right? Did an excellent 3-way mentoring call yesterday, and this person has got a lot of experiences in sales, right? But that's traditional retail type sales. And this is a little bit different because if you're doing retail, somebody's coming to you looking for something. The difference here is you have something that you're hoping to help the other person understand the value of it, right? They didn't necessarily come to you initially because you have the greatest business in the world. That's our job, to help them understand how that's going to be a benefit for them. So it's all about curiosity. We have ATM, stands for add, tag, and message. We have an amazing Sealy lifestyle page. I'm not going to go into great detail on that right now. But if you're adding people to that regularly and you're tagging them, messaging, and then following up with them, the the biggest challenge with that I find is you add people and you tag them and you message once or twice. That's great. And then a week later, you forgot all about them. So I would recommend keeping a journal, your ATM journal, so that you can make sure and keep track of the people that you're adding there to Sealy Lifestyle. And then the VGO, virtual grand opening, is what that stands for. The fastest way we know to be your business launch, whether COVID or non-COVID, it doesn't matter. This is getting a group of people together in a live Zoom call, hopefully with a microphone working, and sharing the opportunity with them. All right. Daily method of operations. This includes making Facebook, again, this business is not going to grow on its own unless you find a few people that really take off with this. So to find those few people that really take off with this, you need to be out there making daily contacts. So daily method of operations may include Facebook posts, LinkedIn, Instagram, whatever your social media is, building curiosity, wanting people to know more about, and then you get into a private conversation, eventually a phone call with them. It could be contacting your downline, people that you're already working with in your team. Now, if you're brand new, you don't have a team yet, but if you do have a team, making contacts with them, encouraging them, doing VGOs for them, sharing the plan for them, and then also making contacts up to your upline and those kinds of things. The DMOs are so important. This is not a DMO training. You can get with the person that sponsored you here and they can go into greater detail on that. This is what my wife and I created. This is our Let's Go sheet. This is what we give to people to get them started right. Again, we do have the what to do first sheet from the company, but I like this because first of all, it's very simple and it's going to get the people doing the very basics right away. When I personally sign somebody up, if I've got the time and they've got the time, I'm going to go through steps 1 and 2 with them on the phone. Yes, I can just give them this sheet. Yes, there is a little video that walks you through this sheet as well. But I want to work with this person, let them know that I'm not just interested in signing them up. I'm interested in their success. And to get them on that road to success, we need to give them some of the tools that's going to help them be plugged in. All right. And this is what's going to help them be plugged in. First of all, the Verb app, absolutely amazing. Do you understand the company does not charge us for this Verb app? Do you realize this company's been around now for almost 3 years, right? We got started in this, I think it was on the slide, it says June. All right. We actually started this a little bit earlier than that, but officially we started launching this out to the public in June. Almost 3 years, and the company has yet to charge anyone the $39.95 membership fee. I don't know if you've realized that, thought about it or not, but that is huge. I don't know of another company out there in all of network marketing that would do that. But that's the people, and that should tell you a lot about the hearts of Brad and Marcia Hager, where they're coming from in creating what they're creating here. We are on a gold mine. There is not another network marketing company out there in the world, in my opinion, that has the leadership and the fortitude and the experience that our company does. $39.95 for a yearly membership, which would normally cover that app. Understand that the company, for every single member that comes on and is using that app, the company has to pay that, right? They have to pay for that. And then I know of other companies, even in CBD, and some of you came from that company, where they don't give you the analytics. Brad and Marcia Hager decided to charge or to pay extra in order that we could have the analytics on our app. That means when you share something with somebody, you find out how much they actually watched of it, right? It's huge. So this Verb app is so important. And if you're not putting the value into this for the members here already, for your new people, then you ought to start doing it. For the new people, I hope you understand the value of this phone app. You can do anything from anywhere on your phone as long as you got some sort of internet service. All right. So that's step 1. That's the reason why I have it on here on step 1, because I think it is that important. And also understand that, let's see here. Okay. So the Verb CRM, there's different. Verb is the company, and then CRM is the version for Sealy by Design. So if you just go to Verb, you're going to see all these different Verb apps for all these different companies, right? So we want to get the one that says Verb CRM. The very first thing that somebody tells you, yeah, I downloaded the Verb and I can't log in, make sure they got on the Verb CRM. All right. You use your normal Sealy ID number and your normal Sealy password to log into it. And then the very first thing you want to do is watch those 3 app training videos, import your contacts, and send out your Sealy credits within the first week. All right. Those training videos, once you get it set up and you're logged in, they're towards the bottom of the app, and they're right here, app training videos. And you want to watch these in order, 1, 2, and 3. All right. And the second one, this contact manager and feed, that is dynamite. You want to make sure everybody does that. And then you want to make sure if they want to build a business, want to start making money the very first week, make sure they make their their contacts hot and cold. Again, these training videos are going to do that and show that to them how to do that. All right. Sending out your Sealy credits in the first week. I will tell you this. We may lose some of the free sample credits that are, or samples that are in the packages, because the company is very upset that most people are not getting the samples out. Now understand, the company is paying for that. The company is paying for those credits, right? On your phone that you get. So say you bought a Pro Pack, you get 15 credits that get uploaded onto your phone app that you can send out, and you got 15 samples that come to your house. The sample program is our system if you know how to use it. I was speaking to Brad Hager the other night about all this, and I said, Brad, I think it's really important that we have a very detailed sample training for us. And he said he agreed, and they're waiting to make sure that I have the samples available to purchase in the back office again. And he's going to be doing that. So I would expect to be seeing that on a Monday night call. I could do it, but I can't do it as well as Mr. Hager can. And so I asked Brad to be able to do that. So the sample program, though, just understand, if you hand out a sample, if you send a sample credit, meaning you have it on your phone, you send it to that person's address through your phone, through your Verb app, they get it within 5 to 10 business days. All right. However you hand it out or give it out to a person, understand that they are now in the system, right? If and you're following up with this person, they get email drips, right? If you hand it out to a person, you got to do that manually. But again, the person that showed you or brought you in, or your sponsor, they can share with you how to do that. It's very simple to do. And then also, but if they're mailed out or they purchase it through your website, through your Verb app, then they're going to get automatically put into the email drip campaign. But you don't want to let that do the work for you. You want to be following up with the person. Hey, did you get the email? Did you read the email? You have any questions yet? Yeah, I'm so excited for you to be able to get this in your hands. I will tell you, people get that sample mailer and they are floored with all the information that's available in there, right? And then they get it and you follow up, you get a notification that they got it. Now you start following up with them. And next thing you know, hey, for 10 to 20, you can ask them this question: for 10 to $20,000 a month, can you do what I just did? And they're like, what? For 10 to $20,000 a month, can you do what I just did? Can you hand out a sample? Can you send a sample credit to somebody in, Fargo, North Dakota, or wherever? If they say yes to that, well, then you can build a business, because you are a part of this system now. We have showed you that the system works. And if you're just willing to do the work and duplicate what we did, we can help you make money. I know that the Italian group, we're all kind of excited for the Italian group out there and what they're doing in Europe. And they are using the sample program very, very heavily as well. So I just wanted to hit on all that. So, this is still on your Verb app. We're in a different section. This is a screenshot of the phone, where this is where you can send out a product sample. All right. You just go to here, send out, and then down here it says send. Right there, the little envelope at the bottom left. I guess I could put on my red pointer here. Spotlight. Right here. So this little send button right there, you click on that, you call up your contact, and boom, away it goes. It takes about 10 seconds to do this. It's very, very simple. Now, boy, I got all kinds of stuff in the way here. Hold on a second. Hopefully that makes sense to you. Again, Mr. Hager is going to do a very detailed training on that. And I would encourage, as another reason why, to be getting your people on those Monday night calls, because you just never know what's going to come out on that Monday night. We also, moving on, this is step 2. The next thing I want to make sure is that everybody gets on Telegram. If you look at Brad's what to do first sheet, the Telegram, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th bullet down, right? Well, I want people on that Telegram immediately, my philosophy is because I want them getting the messages as they're coming down from Sealy. You may have your own private group on there as well, like we do. And that way I can push out information and I don't have to be sending out individual text to everybody if everybody's using that Sealy Telegram. So the Sealy Telegram, I think, is really important. You definitely want to get yourself on that. Once you download Telegram Messenger, there's a couple things you got to do set up, and then you want to join Sealy by Design. It's just SealyTelegram.com, and then you click on join channel. Okay. The next thing is watch the Sealy Fast Start training. This to me is the bread and butter of our business. Again, looking at the phone app, right above the app training videos, you'll see the actual training videos. This is the second one in. Now, Brad put them in this order because he would like you to watch them in this order. This What to Do First training is absolutely phenomenal, but it's like an hour and 40 minutes long. I want to get people making money today or tomorrow or this week, right? And most people are not going to have the time to sit down and do that What to Do First training right away. And I don't want to get them bogged down in the details. I want to get them into action and start making money very, very quickly. And so this Business Builder Fast Start training is going to do that. If this doesn't get you fired up, you might be in the wrong business. All right. This is how you can go out and make a couple $1,000s in your very first week here at Sealy by Design, or at least in your very first month, if you follow exactly what Brad is talking about in this training. And it's only 20 minutes long. So it's very powerful. So my third step here, after I get him set up on the Verb app, the Telegram, is to watch the Sealy Fast Start training video. And I want to know when they watch it. I'm going to let them know that, hey, this is the very first thing you want to do. Let me know, send me a text when you finished watching this so we can have a more educated, more elevated conversation on laying out a roadmap to getting you on your way to success. So, oops, sorry about that. So this training video is huge. I can't emphasize it enough. You want all your new people watching this. I've heard Brad say it on a couple Monday night calls. I think he said it on a founders call as well, the importance of this Business Builder Fast Start training video. But understand that's an extra $400 into that new person's pocket if they follow what he's talking about here in a bonus. Remember that Business Building Fast Start bonus is $400 and it's only available in your first 28 days. So if you're brand new here, you definitely want to get this video and start acting upon it. So within the first 28 days, you can hit that bonus. The other bonus that's only valid for the first 28 days is a retail customer bonus. And I believe that's $300. It's $150 in cash and $150 in products. So anyhow, hopefully you understand how much I find value in this and sharing it with others. And if you are brand new here, I really encourage you to make sure you go ahead and watch that. That's the 2 extra bonuses down there. The upgrade, hey, if you came in with a consumer pack and you would like to upgrade into a business builder pack, which is our intro pack, our networker pack, or a pro pack, then I highly encourage you doing that. You have your first full 30 days. So this is your 28 days. The upgrade can only be done within your first 30 days, where you get the launch special lateral bonus, right? So a pro pack brings you in with a C5. I did a whole nother training talk and went into great depths on the value of coming in with as a C5. So something else to think about there. The fourth step I have on this is join the Sealy Lifestyle Facebook community. Sealy Lifestyle, right? Now, this is, right now it's been more product orientated and product result testimony orientated. What we really would like to see is get more lifestyle videos on there and posts as well, so that it's not just a testimonial page, right? We have Sealy Works, which is another website that has all our testimonies on there. So if you're not familiar with Sealy Works, again, get with the person that invited you here, make sure you get a hold of that. But the Sealy Lifestyle is really a great way to be able to add people to it, tag them and message them and get their curiosity going, right? This is what it looks like. That's what the page looks like. You invite a person there. One of the admins will bring them on and let them in, and then you can tag them into various messages. Now they can also go to, if you're not friends with them on Facebook or you're out and about and you want them to be able to get on it, you can just send them to the link, which is www.sealylifestyle.com. and they will get on there that way too, right? That's the website right there. So that's another way to be able to introduce people into it. So the next step on here is print out your what to do first sheet. All right. This is under in your back office. You go to resources all the way down to the bottom is trainings. And then you'll see the what to do first training right here. All right. I printed one out just before we started this webinar, kind of look it over because this is constantly changing. So even if you have them, you want to make sure your new member has the most current as well. So this is dynamite. And if you'll see, oh, see if I got a picture of it. Oh, the other thing that's on here is the memory jogger. And then also the VGO attendee sheet, which is down here at the bottom, right? So that's all under trainings. That's where you find those two things. The memory jogger, you're going to want to have that when you're watching this what to do first sheet for sure. The virtual grand opening attendee list, I'm just showing you where it's at. When you get ready to do a VGO, you're definitely going to want to use this, fill it out completely on your computer, and then email it to the person that's doing the webinar for you. The other thing I threw in here, hopefully the person signed you up all correctly and you got the right email and the right address and the right phone number in your back office. But further over here to the right is profile. And if you click on profile, you can go into the back office and make sure that all that is correct. And then you also want to set up your bank account information because that's how we get paid. I don't believe I have a screenshot of that here. Again, get with the person that invited you here. They should be walking you through that anyhow. The next is prior to placing anyone, call your plugged in upline. All right. Let me just back up a second here. Let me talk a little bit. I thought I had a picture of the what to do first in here. I don't. So let me bring on my video and I'll actually show it to you. This is what it looks like. Thought I had a screenshot in there. I don't. But up at the top, what you want to do with this sheet is you want to write your sponsor's name. Let's see if I can get it out of the light here. Let me turn this off. That help? Nope. Get with your sponsor, write down your sponsor's name and information, the person actually brought you in. All right. And then you also want to write down your why. That why we were talking about, why you're doing this business. You want to write that right across the top of the sheet. This next section can be a little vague if you're brand new here. So what I like to do, instead of making a person do this on their own, I like to work with the person. And the way that I tend to do that is I'll ask them, hey, what amount of money would make a difference in your life right now? You would not believe the number of pregnant pauses I get when I ask that question. You know why? Most people have never thought about it, right? But we have this opportunity right now. As a brand new person, if you're brand new here, I welcome you to Sealy by Design. You are really in the right place at the right time. But people don't even think about, is it $300? Is it $500? What do I need to, make sure I've got myself, all my bills paid off and the money I got, and I got excess money to put 10% towards tithing if you do that, or 10% towards savings or whatever you want to do, 10% towards your college fund, 10% towards your vacation fund, whatever it is. Do you have money left over to be able to do those kinds of things right now before starting your business? And if not, then what would that amount of money be so that you can be above water and not living paycheck to paycheck like most Americans are? And I will tell you, the younger generation has got some serious issues with this, as well as the older generations now, especially with the inflation. You guys may have seen my Facebook post a couple of days ago from Forbes talking about 7.9% inflation hike in February alone. Folks, that means if you're not making an extra 5 to 10% pay raise in your job, you're making less money. So again, that's all the more encouragement to be building this business. So what I like to do, this top section, basically, I know you can't see it there, but it's basically putting in that information and then what your income goals are in the next 60 days, 90 days, 6 months, and a year. And then your rank goals. When do you want to hit C1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Well, a brand new person, unless you're really sitting down there and working with them, has no clue, right? So what I like to do is I ask them that question: what sort of money, what type of extra income coming in from Sealy by Design would make a difference in your life right now? And then eventually we'll get to an answer, right? Well, I'd like to make $10,000. Oh, that's great. But what would make a difference right now in your life, right? And usually the answer is going to come at somewhere between $500 and $2,000 from my experience. That's what I find. Great. Let's pick $2,000. Well, $2,000 I know is a good C4. So now it could be a very high C3 or a mediocre C4, and you're making easily $2,000 a month, right? So now when we look at that, now we know where they want to go. Well, when would you like to start making that? You want to make it this month? Great. Let's get you to C4 this month. That's what that business builder fast start bonus is all about, getting them to C4. You see how all this kind of ties together? And by the time you go through this process with a new person, the other thing you're doing is you're building the belief that they can do this, because they can, as long as they know the steps to take to get them into action, right? So I'm working with this person, we're figuring out their income goals, and we're figuring out what their rank goal is going to be. I've already done that. By the time they get to this step 6 and my let's go sheet, now they already know how to fill this out. It's, to me, it's brilliant, but to each his own. And then all the other steps on here, this is great stuff. And then down here at the bottom, this is something we don't talk much about, but Brad has a recorded webinar. Again, putting value into it. Oh my gosh, you're not going to believe this. At 2 p.m. today, Mr. Hager, the owner of this company, is going to be doing a webinar that you can be on. I've only got a few slots available, but I'll tell you what, Jim, if you're really interested, you're really excited about this, if you really want to know the crust of all this from Mr. Hager himself, then be on this at 2 p.m. today. Oh, I can't make it at 2 p.m. Great. I will tell you what, Mr. Hager's so fired up about this business, he'll be doing it again at 7:30 p.m. Now, I know you can clear your schedule for 7:30 tonight, right? And then, so this is 3 times a day. It's checkoutsealy.com at 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and 7:30. It's on a regular basis. There's also a landing page there so you can learn some extra information. Most of you probably aren't even aware that exists. And where that all came from is we were running a campaign a while back, and we're utilizing that as a tool, and it worked phenomenally. Now we don't have all the other extras with it. We just have that website and the landing page. So it's a very much underutilized tool, but it's on that what to do first sheet, right? Hopefully that made sense to you. All right, so now I'll just leave the video on. Prior to placing anyone, make sure you call your plugged in upline. I can't tell you, this has gotten a lot better, but in the very beginning, people are putting people and they're getting all messed up in their organization. There is a method to the madness of how we build a binary compensation plan. So don't just load people into your, you sponsored 10 people this week. They go into a holding tank. You get to manually place them where you want them to be. So definitely work with your plugged in upline. What I mean by plugged in upline is the person above you that understands this business. All right. Your sponsor may also be brand new and doesn't know anything, right? So you guys work up the chain, find the person that's really plugged in. For many of you, it'll be Laura and Ron Ruckel. For most of you, all of you on just about everybody that's on this, it's myself and my wife as your eventual upline, and then you got the company itself. So anyhow, just do that for us, please. It just saves a lot of strife and down the road. There's a quick, I think it's like 2-minute video that goes through. I'm not sure if that's on the Verb app or not, but it walks you through how to build a binary business plan. Again, your plugged in upline's familiar with it and they can share it with you. The next step is listening to Sealy by Design corporate update call and founders calls. So every Monday night, here you got this gentleman. He's made over $30 million himself in this industry, along with his wife, combined earnings. He's made over $28 million, I believe, himself as a distributor, as a member like you and I. He's made over $28 million. They have also helped create 20 millionaires. Now, I know several of these personal, right? For instance, I'm going to throw out a name, Holton Bugs. If you're not familiar with that name, this gentleman came to Brad Hager and he was not doing very well at all, but he understood the value network marketing. He had a furniture business that wasn't doing well. His house was his cars were being repossessed and everything. And Brad took him under his tutelage and he went on to make millions of dollars here. He then went on his own track, went different, various ways, but he's the gentleman that made over $1 million a month. In fact, I think his highest check was 1.4 million with Oregano Gold. So does this business pay? Yeah, it absolutely pays. And guess who mentored him? There's another gentleman who started his own CBD company that many of you came from. And that gentleman made, I think, somewhere around $7.8 million while he was working with Brad Hager. Again, no income claims. Doesn't mean that you're going to come here and make that kind of money. I'm just saying that if you plug into the training and the mentoring that Mr. Hager offers us, of his own time, doesn't charge us for a dime for it, then and you apply it, right? That's the real key. We got to do the work. He can give us the direction, but we're the ones that have to do the work. All right. And if we do that, and by following his direction, then our chances of success here are going to go way, way up. So every Monday night, Brad Hager will get on and give us a corporate update call. And he gives us the latest and greatest what's going on with the company. He'll give us, if there's any kind of issues going on, he'll try to explain those out. Or if we've got something new and exciting coming out, he's going to explain that as well. He'll give some recognition if it's due that week, and also give us some training. Now he'll also, on the beginning of the week, if they're going to do, the month, excuse me, first Monday of the month, if they're going to be doing a promotion for that month, which I think just about every single month we've been here, they've had a promotion. I think there's only been 1 month or so that we didn't have a promotion. So this is an extra way. What I mean by a promotion, it's a way to make extra money. And I meant to have the screenshot of that right now, what's going on, because that's really important. I'll get it at the end. But the promotion this month right now, you want to be bringing people in at a business builder pack, and it's going to pay you out very, very well, to the point of, if you bring in 4 business builder packs, everybody's on AutoShip, the company's going to give you a free intro pack for the following month, so the month of April, to give to a new distributor that joins. And not only is it just the $300 or $500 in product, $525 in product from the intro pack, they're even going to give that person a promotional upgrade. So let's say you have a new person that comes in as an intro pack, and you really like this person. This person's got a lot of he's got a lot of, or she has a lot of potential. That's the word I'm looking for. And but they just don't have the money. I mean, they're in a bad way right now, and they don't have the money to come in a network or pro pack. If they can't afford an intro pack, I mean, that's really a stretch for them. And you say, great, Jill, what I want to do for you, I'll tell you what, I only got 1 or 2 of these. How many you won? Let's say you won 1. I only got 1 of these to give away this month. And I will tell you what, I really believe in you. I think you have great potential. Are you willing to go to work? You're going to ask some pre-qualifying questions of this person, right? You're not just going to give it to them. You want to ask some pre-qualifying questions, right? You want to ask them, how much are you willing to put into this? Are you willing to do the trainings? Are you willing to plug in? Are you willing to do VGOs? All those kinds of things. And if that person says, yes, 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 you got all these green check marks going down the bullet questions, he goes, here's what I'm going to do for you, Jill. I say, I'm going to give you an intro pack. And not only that, this intro pack, by me giving this to you, is going to rank promote you from a C3 to a C4. That means for doing all the same work that we just talked about this month, you're going to be making more money. How does that sound? Or something to that effect, right? So that beauty of that intro pack is huge. I can't believe we have never done a promotion like that before. When he laid that out, it's like, oh my God, this is huge. So hopefully everybody's going after that as well. All right. So that's the Monday night calls. And also every week he's giving away $250 or more I think it's $250 to people that are bringing in new business builders, right? So they go into a drawing, he spins his wheel of fortune, and whatever name comes up wins that, all right? If we have more, the numbers are 30, 50, 30, we get 2 entries, 2 wheels. If we get over 50, we get 3 wheels. If we get over, I don't know what the next number is, we get 4 wheels. So multiple ways to win. And the only way we can make that happen is if we are bringing on business builder packs with AutoShip. All right. Can't emphasize that enough as well. If you're personally not already on AutoShip, just go in and do it. You want to be on the product, you get a free spray, and that's how you stay qualified so you can continue to earn money. To me, it's a no-brainer. And that is also part of our system. And that's why the passive income here is so real, unbelievable. Then this bullet here, ask the founders, the first and third Wednesdays now from noon to 3 p.m. Again, brand new here, or you've been here from the beginning, it doesn't matter. You can get on this call with Mr. Hager. The next one will be the first Wednesday of April. All right, there wasn't one this past week. So the first Wednesday of April, which I open up my phone, is the 6th of April, will be the next founders call. So already go ahead and mark that in your calendar. I have it on a repetitive schedule, so it shows up every week. And then when we're not having it, it's okay because I'm not missing it, but I don't want to take a chance of missing that Wednesday call. All right. So set up a reminder in your calendar so that you don't miss it, first and third Wednesdays. This is where Mr. Hager is going to get on the phone. There's no Zoom with this. It's just a phone through Telegram. All right. He's going to post the link on Telegram. Go into your Sealy Telegram again. got to be on Telegram in order to join the founders call, and then click on that and you can join in. 2 hours long. And Mr. Hager will answer anybody's business building questions. It's not a product call. This is for business building questions. And he will go on there and you can ask him a question. You could be joining today and go on that call on the 6th and ask him a question. Hey, I've been at this for a couple of weeks. These are some of the challenges. What can I do? And now a gentleman has built organizations over 500,000 people across the globe is going to give you a very detailed answer, and you don't have to pay for it. I know people that pay $500, $1,000, $10,000 a month for their business coaching. And most of those people aren't even in the industry of network marketing, right? And a lot of these people maybe have dabbled in network marketing, but they haven't created groups of 500,000 people and made $30 million doing it. This is an animal of a different color, if you will. So you want to get the right answers. You know, who you're getting your information from is very important. And you're going to get that information in the right way from Mr. Hager. Now, also, if you're, I will say, if you ask him a question, he's going to give you a truthful answer. So this is, you might want to put your steel-toed boots on, right? Because he wants you to be successful. Mr. Hager has got a heart of gold. I've known the man for over 20 years and his wife as well. He's got a heart of gold, but when it comes to business, he is very business orientated. And his goal is to help you make money, because if you're making money, obviously the company is making money. So he wants all of us to succeed. And if he sees that we're kind of going down a wrong path, or we're not getting the results we want, he's going to give us the hard, cold truth of what you need to do. And there's been times, for those that have been on here for a while, there's been times where I've asked a question and he's called me out, right? And he's let me have it on that call. My wife asked a question a few months back, and he called her out, right? I don't think he really understood her question, but the point is, you don't come here, and again, this is a business. This is not a hobby. This is not just all feel good, and we want to help you make serious money. And as you know, it's not everybody that's going to come into this industry of network marketing and make all kinds of money, right? A lot of them will make 500, $1,000 a month, and maybe that's all you're looking to make. But if you're looking to become one of the elites and really push the envelope and start making that 10, 20, 30, 50, even $100,000 on a monthly basis, you're going to have to start changing some of the things that maybe you may have to start changing some of the things you're used to doing. And some of those things can be uncomfortable, right? Success lives right beyond your comfort zone. So if you're not willing to do those things, then don't get upset with the company or the program. The person to look at is yourself in the mirror. And what can I be doing? And if you're taking direction, see what kind of direction, more direction you could be taking, or are you actually doing those steps? One thing that always comes to mind is the DMOs, right? Brad's trained on these. Again, the people that you're plugged in upline, if you're brand new here, is going to have that in their notes and they can go over those DMOs with you. But are you truly doing them? That's the question. And only you can answer that for yourself. So these calls are very powerful. Again, they're going to be very straightforward and very direct at times, but understand the intent behind the message is your success. So I can't emphasize that enough. As a final note, I do have a YouTube channel. I've got a lot of videos on there. I know Don is on here, and he made a comment, hey, I found your channel, man, what great videos. So yeah, there's a lot of great information on there, 3 years, 2.5 years worth of stuff that I had done over the time. You'll find different videos for different things. You may or may not resonate with you. Some of them you may want to share with people. You may not. That's totally up to me, up to you. I don't care. Most of them, I do not make a call to action at the end of it. Say, contact me. So you can share these with people, and I say, get back with the person that shared you this video. So I do that maybe to my own demise, but I do that because I also want to see you guys be successful out there. So there's a lot of great stuff on there. This is called Sealy Space Guy. I also have a Facebook page if you want. It doesn't matter to me, but I'll occasionally post some stuff on there that I don't have on my profile page. And that is also Sealy Space Guy. And that should be a capital I and L and capital I in there. I didn't change that on this slide. Anyhow, so hopefully that kind of gets you through. I think that was pretty much it. So what I would like to do now, we've got about 10 minutes remaining, and it'll be a top of the hour, or however long you guys want to go with this. Let me get rid of my pointer. And if anybody has a question about anything we've talked about or we haven't talked about, I will be more than happy to entertain that question within the next few minutes that we got here. And if nobody's got a question, then that's totally fine with me as well. I know, Carla, you still have your hand raised. I don't know if that's from before or not, but if you have got a question, and I see you got unmuted yourself. So yeah, fire away.
Hey, Guy, thank you so much for doing this.
You're welcome.
What I would like to do is share this with my team. Can you tell me how to make that happen? Like, I'd like to share it to my group.
Yes, what I'll do is I'll send the recording to Laura and Ron Ruckel. So there's, and that way they can push it out throughout their team. I know Vicky and Billy Schneider were unable to be on here as well, and they've got some new people they wanted it. So I'll allow Laura and Ron to send that out to all you guys. So just get in contact with that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely, and thank you for those kind words. Appreciate that. Anybody else? Hey, it's free fire right now. You can tell me I'm crazy or whatever, but hopefully you found this of great value, because I do love this business. I've been a teacher and trainer for many, many years, teaching kids how to fly the F-16. I absolutely love that part of my job. But the other thing is, we also don't want to get into the management mode where we're just teaching and training and we're not actually building, right? So this is great to get those people going. And then to also, for the people that have been here for a while, use it to jumpstart your own business. Go back and watch that Business Builder Fast Start training. Do some of the other things. Make sure, are you doing the DMOs? All those things we teach the new person. Stop and ask yourself, am I doing those? All right. Yeah, Carla, go ahead.
Oh, I didn't mean to raise my hand again. I have all kinds of questions, but I didn't.
That's what I love about you. The people that ask the questions are the ones that learn the fastest. So that's great. What do you got?
So, okay. When you have people who initially are fired up, they're ready to go, and then they fizzle, and you're still sending them messages, you're still trying to get them going, but they haven't had any activity behind their words. How long do you invest in them before you just kind of or how long do you continue to contact them? I'm talking about builders, until you're like, nah, they're showing me that they just really don't want to do this.
Yeah. Again, not everybody is, because people are unwilling to change, right? Not everybody is willing to make that change in their life in order to have the financial freedom that's going to come. Brad shares a lot the personal stories, right, about how going to the Olympics and taking these vacations around the world, and how his son Devin had more stamps in his passport in such a short period of time. Why does he share those stories? Because he's going after the why. So when a person fizzles out, there's a couple things that can happen. And again, this is a little beyond a getting started training. So for the brand new people, just understand this is the reason why I put so much emphasis on this in the very beginning about the why. Because when a person starts to fizzle out, they're like, oh, you know what, I've tried. And did they really try? Did they really do the DMOs? Did they really get started right? Did they really know where the information was in the very beginning? All right. Now you're referring to somebody that's really fired up and on fire, and then they kind of fizzle out. Well, when they start to fizzle out, and we all have that. That's why I was saying this is a business of roller coasters, right? And we can do our best to inspire them, but really they're the ones that have to do it from within themselves. And that's the reason why this why is so important. You have to go back to the why. It's not going back to the DMOs. It's not going back, well, did you do this, do that? Because that's management mode, right? That's not inspirational. What you want to do is get back in talking with the person, not at the person. This your business member that's starting to fizzle out. You want to get into their why. You want to help them understand why they, or remind them of why they got into business. Hopefully you've got a little ledger of all your different people, and when you have that initial conversation with them, you wrote down their why. And so you can get back. I know, hey, Bill, you were doing this because you wanted to help your daughter Susan go to Harvard, right? She's showing a lot of promise. She wants to go to Harvard, but you couldn't afford it. Is that still important to you? Well, let's see what we can do on this business, what's been working, what hasn't been working. And now you can have a little bit better conversation. You're not going to be able to save everyone, Carla. That's just a fact of this business. It is a numbers game. You're looking for the people that are serious in the very beginning. They may be curious, but in the end, the people that are here a year, 2, 3 down the road, they're the ones that are really serious. And you'll know it by the actions. If you have a really good elevated conversation, for instance, like the one I had yesterday with these people, and she's on here as well. Welcome. I don't want to call out your name, but we had this really elevated conversation. We gave some direction. We gave some things that they can put into action. Now it's up to them to do that. And they can come back to me as much as they want, and we'll kind of tweak. And okay, I tried this didn't work, blah, 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 blah. And we can work with the person. And as long as a person's taking action, I'm going to continue to work with them, right? If the person, we have an elevated conversation like that, and then the person doesn't do anything for a month, then I kind of know where they're at, right? The pain isn't great enough for them to get off the nail, all right? The why isn't big enough. It's not a big enough inspiration to drive them into getting out of their comfort zone and doing something slightly different. So that's kind of my answer. When I was teaching F-16s, here was kind of my philosophy. If a kid came in and he kind of had an arrogant attitude, kind of like, yeah, I know everything, what are you going to teach me type of thing? And we got those. He wasn't going to get a whole lot of help from me, right? And he might've been a star performer, right? And that's great. You know, he's got a lot of natural ability that will catch up with him at some point, may even kill him in that venue, which it did to a few. And then you got the other kid or a gal that's suffering, challenged, having a real problem with a certain area aspect of the skill level, but they've got a heart, right? They're coming to you asking, what can I be doing differently? Hey, would you meet me for a beer in the bar later, or whatever it is? Can you show me? Can you teach me? The person is asking me those questions and is coming to me for help. Man, I will go to the ends of the earth to help that person, even if they're not the star performer. So how do I know, Carla? From their actions, their behavior. That's the best way I can answer that.
That's great. Thank you so much. It's kind of exactly what I was thinking. So I appreciate that validation.
Yeah, absolutely. Does anybody else have a question you'd like to ask? Again, this is a open, friendly, I'm not going to shoot you environment. And if not, we can close it out, and hopefully you all found it of great value. I'm still looking for hands to come up. I'm not seeing any. So with that being said, we'll go ahead and sign off. I appreciate each and every one of you being on this. Like I said, I will send this out to Laura and Ron Ruckel, and they can pass it out through their group. And if you're not in Laura and Ron's group and you would like a copy of this, please reach out to me. My email is guy@seelyguy.com. And if you want the slides, I can send the slides to you as well. So guy@seelyguy.com. And I'll be happy to send you the recording or the slides or whatever else. If you've got a question that I didn't answer here and you didn't want to answer or ask, or if you're watching the recording, you got a question, feel free to reach out to me. All right. Wishing you all a great, wonderful Saturday. Go out there, enjoy the beautiful spring weather we're having. And here's to your success in Sealy by Design.